Okay, Assalamualaikum. So kita continue for the part 2 for the chapter 4. I give another example, which is the example 2, which we need to determine the location of centroid of the composite bodies shown in the diagram. Okay, so you all kena ingat macam mana kita nak determine, which we need to find the x bar plus the y bar. Okay. Okay, kalau kita tengok dia punya shape dia, we need, I think, there are so many methods that we can use to determine the outcome of the location of the centroid of the composite. Okay, so there are so many methods to separate the composite bodies. Let's say we go for the one. Okay, for the one, first we need to determine the rectangular, right? So kita akan ada rectangular plus the triangle, right? Triangle at the top and then minus the circle, right? This is one method, right? Or for the second method, there are two rectangular, which is we divide into two rectangular and then plus the triangle. So there's two and then plus the triangle minus the circle, right? So kalau nak method 3 pun boleh juga, yang mana kita ada big rectangular tolak segitiga tolak circle. Okay, so any method you use, they will give the same outcome, right? So let's try for the first method lah. Okay, first method mungkin lagi easy lah untuk you all untuk tengok macam mana. Nanti bila you dah tahu the concept, should be easy for you to find the location of the centroid. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat untuk this part? Right, tapi you all kena ingat, kalau dia material tu weight yang sama, so bila nak buat method 1 ke method 2, you nak pecah macam mana pun should not be a problem. Okay, let's say kalau different material, so dekat situ yang akan jadi masalah. So that one we will go through. Nanti I will show another example which we will have different materials. Right, tadi kita dah clear, we have 3 composite parts. Right, 3 components to be exactly, 3 composite parts. Right, we go by drawing a table. So it's not necessary for you to draw a table, but I think it will be much easier for you to draw a table. So as long as you get the answer, should be fine. Right, kita akan ada table which is the components x bar, y bar, x bar times the area, and then y bar times the area. Right, so area we put it on the side sebelah component. Okay, right, the first component which is for the rectangular, right? Yang mana rectangular kita nak determine untuk second, kita nak determine dia punya triangle, and then the third one we determine the circle. Right, so kita akan tambahkan rectangular plus the triangle and then minus the circle. Right, untuk the area, you all boleh tengok macam mana kita nak determine. I should put the example lah dekat sini, senang you all nak tengok. Tapi kalau let's say you all tak clear, you boleh tengok lah nanti previous slide. Right, we determine the xy component first, xyz axis. So that's how we find the origin. Right, dekat sini kita akan tengok lah untuk circle akan ada pertambahan sikit dia punya axis dia based from the origin. So there will be additional value for the x and y bar components for the circle. Right. Okay, for the rectangular, to find the areas, So they are already given the values for the base and height. So kalau kita calculate, we get 0.24 times the 0.6 meter, 0.24 meter squared. Then for the x bar 0.3, y bar 0.2, and then for the area, x bar times the area 0.3 times the 0.24. We'll get the answer 0.072. Right, for the y bar times the area, it will be equals to 0.048. Okay, 0.2 times 0.24 lah yang tadi. Right, untuk rectangular, untuk triangle pula, 1.2 times the base and times the height. So bila kita calculate, kita akan dapatlah 0.09. Right, so untuk dia punya x bar 2.3 times the 0.6, which equals to 0.4. Yang ni you all boleh figure out daripada table lah, macam mana kita nak determine dia punya x bar dengan y bar. Right, so table tu lebih kepada reference lah. Okay, kalau you all nak tahu exactly, kita kena determine dia punya origin dia. Okay, so we get the answer for the x bar 0.4 for the triangle, and then for the y bar 0.5. So yang later on ni kita just masuk values. Okay, alright, macam ni kita nak determine dia. Okay, boleh nampak untuk ni x bar times the area, we'll get the answer 0.036. For the y bar, we'll get 0.045. Okay, and then for the circle, kita boleh tahu lah macam mana dia punya area dia, which we must put minus first. Why? Because we need to deduct the component from the total composite lah. So bila kita darabkan, kita akan dapat minus 0.0314. Dia punya x bar dia 0.3, then y bar dia 0.4. So let dia bukan just exactly radius for the x bar, so kita kena kira daripada origin dia. So that's how we get the x 0.00942. Right, for the y bar 0.08044. Right, so clear. Sebab apa dia negatif untuk x bar times the area? Because the area equals to negative, sebab kita nak subtract first. Right, so alert juga untuk which we need to remember, which is about the kalau pergi kanan positif, pergi kiri negatif. So itu je lah kot. Then to find the total composite for the x bar, summation of x times the area divided by area. So bila kita totalkan semua, kita akan dapat macam ni lah. Okay, kita akan dapat macam ni. Untuk total area 0.02986. For the total x bar times the area 0.09838. Y bar times the area 0.08044. Right, so I just don't care you nak letak berapa banyak decimal point, tak ada masalah. So as long as we get the exact value, should not be a problem. Right, so bila kita calculate 0.09838 divided by 0.2986, we get the x bar equals to 0.3 meter. For the y bar, same concept apply. So we get the answer 0.269 meter ataupun 0.3 meter. Okay, lebih kurang je macam tu. So yang ni saya bulatkan untuk you all alert lah macam mana kita nak determine dia untuk triangle. So daripada x and y values boleh refer daripada table. So bila dia dekat atas sikit, so kita kena kira daripada origin. Okay, macam mana kita nak determinekan dia punya values of y bar, x bar and y bar. Okay, Boleh kot, saya rasa benda ni tak complicated sangat. Dia lebih direct. Kalau kita go through chapter 5 mungkin lagi susah lah. Okay, chapter 5 kita belajar moment lah, I. Okay, I ni dia punya calculation lah. Kalau you all tak clear, you all boleh tengok ada diagram sekali macam mana kita nak determine on the centroid of the composite components. Right, method 1, method 2 ada cara saya dah ulang tadi, yang mana kita dividekan into 2 parts. So kita lagi prefer yang mana yang akan guna less calculation, right? Sebab bila method tu kita akan ada 4 composite components. So yang tu mungkin akan ada pertambahan calculation lah. Tapi overall macam ni dah okey lah. Right, so later on I will give another example. Yang ni kita akan guna method 2 lah, yang mana we will go through by different density punya materials. So sebab tu yang kita kena guna method 2. Macam ni kita boleh guna, nak guna 1 or 2 tak ada masalah, jawapan dia tetap sama. Tapi bila kita akan ada masukkan dia punya value of density ataupun different materials, dekat situ yang akan complicated sikit. Yang tu kita akan go through by part 3 nanti.